wasted at the bottom of a beer glass, eh, Hank? Hold up. For my best customer. Another one on the house.
Never turn down free booze.
Oh, one drink too many, huh? It's like most days, I guess.
Poison. Why? I don't know you.
What? You don't know me? Oh, you never were very observant. How about now? Unravel, the composer of chaos, the most dangerous man you have ever witnessed.
I'm not much of a TV.
How an imbecile like you has been the biggest roadblock in my plans, I'll never know. Well, today, by hook or by crook, Hank, it's time to die. Oh, that sounded good. That sounded very good.
We've got something very, very short here, but also very, very interesting. To me, at least. I've seen this game at PAX before, and I was certainly interested in trying it out, but I didn't quite get around to it at the time. Well, now it's time to rectify that. It certainly helps that it's incredibly cheap as well, only for a few bucks for a solid 30 or so minute experience. Yes, the game is that short, kinda like Mr. Coup if you saw my video on that game. Apparently, from what I've heard, the dev plans on doing this kind of video game equivalent to comic book thing, with each game being an individual issue, so to speak, that you can buy for cheap to get a quick little feature. I don't know if that's how things will actually pan out, but it's certainly an interesting idea, especially if the dev keeps up with this kind of gameplay. But let's stop beating around the bush and get into the game, shall we? This is Hank, Drowning on Dry Land. You know it, you love it, and you know I love it. We got a cel-shaded comic book art style once more. It's especially fitting in this case, considering that this game is quite literally trying to emulate a comic book with its characters and the powers and things. Even using comic-style panels to show you notable events happening that aren't near your current location. The whole thing feels like it could have been created as part of the DC Vertigo line. One of those sidearms of the big comic publishers where edgier and more experimental stories go, like Fables or Lucifer or stuff like that. The voice acting's great. I especially love how Hank is just really not engaged in this whole life or death situation at all. He's just going through the motions while nursing a bad hangover. And the music, oh my lord, the music. Specifically, there's one song that starts playing at the beginning and during the finale section of the game that I really wish I could play for you all right now, but I highly doubt that I can since it's like an actual song made by an actual band. Even if it was made specifically for the game, just do yourself a favor and look it up. It's got the same name as the game's subtitle, Drowning on Dry Land. And speaking of, what does any of this even mean, and what does it have to do with the story?
Back already? Just in time. Just in time.
What poem are you babbling about?
One of my favorites. They say if you repeat it out loud once the clock strikes 12.
Well, finish it then.
Oh no. The moment's gone. Besides, we are on the clock. So, tell me, Hank, do you prefer truth or beauty?
You're ugly to your core.
Oh, I never said I was beautiful, but what are you? You're a fraud in every way that matters. On top of being intellectually stunted and lacking in anything resembling
Fraud. Maybe, but only I know about my failures.
The story is something, I think. It's both simple yet complicated, clear yet vague, and I think part of that comes down to the fact that not everything is revealed during this. I would assume more gets revealed in other potential Hank games in the future, but as for what we do know, you play as Hank, a washed-up superhero with the ability to manipulate time. He can rewind time and jump a few minutes into the past, allowing him to thwart supervillains in rather creative ways. Clearly, though, his glory days are behind him, as what we see now is an alcoholic who gets drugged by a supervillain intent on doing away with him once and for all. This villain, who's got a really sick mask by the way, sets up this big and elaborate death trap to finally prove his superiority to the self-hating drunkard. But even in this state, Hank still got tricks up his sleeve, so now he's got to make his escape. And how does he do that, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you, just give me a moment.
The time's almost up. Truth or beauty? Silence is the answer. Tick, tick, tick. Yes, yes, yes. That's not it. Elias. Jackie Grim. Shrouded long in back already? Just in time. Just in time. Like always.
I hinted at the gameplay earlier, but this is sort of an action puzzle game, or adventure puzzle game depending on how you look at it. Hank has been drugged and wakes up right in front of a literal ticking time bomb, and a monologuing villain that he has to defeat somehow. Hank is given about a minute and a half, a literal minute and a half, to explore the nearby location and find a way to stop the bomb and not only save himself, but the obscured individual being held in a chair on top of the bomb. With two simple buttons, you can rewind and fast forward time to correct mistakes and speed up your progress. On top of that, whenever you come across a mirror, Hank can use it to travel back to the beginning of the level in time, but from his current location. So now he can solve another part of the puzzle while his past self is still solving the first part. But you gotta be careful not to run into your past selves while you're solving all parts of the puzzle simultaneously, because then you'll cause a paradox and need to rewind. It's a very fun, short yet mind-bending puzzle that rewards you with one hell of an acid trip of a finale after completing it.
More left. I think it's back in the church where I woke up. Back in the church where I woke up.
And that's pretty much the game. Like I said, the game takes like 30 minutes or so to complete, at least for me. So I don't have much else to add other than that I very much enjoyed this experience and hope to see more Hank games in the future. This has been TheRatMan, and I will see you all later.